Hey y'all, what's up? I'm laying down today, y'all. I'm tired. I'm about to go to sleep. What if what if I did that? What if I just posted a video of me sleeping? Like, people be posting crazy shit on the internet nowadays. Like, we post our whole entire life on the internet. Like, I'm guilty. Who's guilty of that? Me? Like, who cares? Like, like we be really posted at every move online. I mean, we being monitored anyway. So, what the fuck do it really matter? If you know what I'm saying, it really don't fucking matter. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, they watching. Stay woke, cause they be creeping. But I remember this one girl I had got on Instagram live, and this one girl, she was like joking me, or like she was making fun of me because I had went live and I passed out on live. I wasn't passed out on live. It was some shit going on, and I wasn't in my right state of mind, so I got on live to talk about it and to just have somebody be present with me in that moment. That was why I got on live. It wasn't because I fell asleep, like, which I mean, it's easy to assume that, and I could see where she was coming from and why she was joking and making fun and shit, or whatever. But I'm like, I was in the middle of a mental health crisis. That's why I got on live. Probably not the best outlet. Probably not the right time to do it. But, you know, I needed an outlet in that moment. I got so frustrated with her because then I told her what was going on. And mind you, me and her, we was cool. We was cool. But before, prior to my incident or whatever, we was cool. But in that moment, like, I just got pissed off because I'm sitting here telling you that I'm having a mental health crisis, and you're like, what is that? Like, a crisis? You're in crisis. Yes, I was having a mental health crisis. I didn't even say anything else after that. I just ended the conversation and didn't say nothing because I'm just like, the ignorance. Like, in my head, sometimes people act so fucking incompetent and just so fucking stupid. I'm not even gonna cut cards or pretend. Like, I try not to be mean, and I try not to say shit like that, because it can be very derogatory and very degrading to say. But it's like, really? And I know I act stupid sometimes, but I really feel like people do not have the common sense sometimes that they were given. Like, people just be acting ignorant and fucking uneducated, and it is so disturbing. It bothers me. It fucking bothers me how people act dumb. Like, it's like when I be talking sometimes, I be feeling like I be talking to a fucking wall. I was joking yesterday with my sister. Hold on. I was joking. Let's get a close up of my face. I was joking with my sister yesterday, and I was talking to her about how the lights don't be on upstairs with some people. It's like they body here, you know. You hear them talking, they can move their limbs, but the brain, it don't really be braining. It don't really be giving what it's supposed to give. It don't be really giving what it's supposed to give, and I'm very perturbed. I'm very perturbed. Earth, to you. Earth to hello, Earth. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody home? Like that's how I be feeling. That's how I be feeling. Wow, 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 wow. It's like the more we progress as a society, I feel like the stupider we have become. We have become very stupid collectively. I include myself because, bitch, I be doing dumb shit too. Wow. Wow. Get it together, y'all. We gotta get it together, y'all. Okay. Please get it together. Now, disclaimer, some people they have mental illness. That is a thing that can cause your brain to not function correctly. Some people have addictions. Some people are just traumatized. Some people just have a lot going on. They're overwhelmed with life. Once your brain reaches a certain capacity, it can't process certain shit. I get it. But still. like, but even still, some of you guys, I feel like some people choose to be ignorant. Like that's the path that they've chosen to take with their life. They choose to just be content with being fucking stagnant and stuck in one mental level of consciousness. And I ain't that kind of person. And I don't like that. And I'm just like, wow. And I'm not even since my platform is a spiritual platform and I'm a spiritualist and I'm a psychology major, so I can talk about this shit. Cause people love that's another thing people love to do. People love to be like, "Well, did you go to school for that? Did you do this? Did you do that?" No, I didn't fucking go to school for fucking being a fucking psychic or for doing tarot or for using the God-given gift that I have naturally. No, I didn't go to school for that because I didn't have to go to school for that. But the society conditions you to believe that you have to get a certificate in order for you to be qualified to do some shit that really you already are naturally capable of doing. You don't need to go to school to do that. You ain't had to go to school to learn how to breathe, did you? Like, come on now. Come on now. No. No. You didn't go to school to learn how to sing, did you? Yeah, you went to school to. Yeah, okay, yeah, you did. But you naturally had that talent for singing. You naturally had that talent for being an athlete. You naturally have that talent to be academic. You naturally are talented and intellectual and gifted and skilled at what you do naturally because that's your purpose and that's your calling in life. You had to go to school for that. You are weird with fearfully and wonderfully made to be exactly who the fuck you are. Ain't no school that could teach you how to be you. You ain't had to go to school for that. So no, I didn't go to school to fucking read people. I didn't go to school to do that. But I did technically kind of in a way. Yeah, I kind of did. I did. I took classes under my spiritual teacher that I had at the time. I don't think she ever gave me a certificate or anything for it. I think we probably did get a certificate at the end, but I don't think I saved it. I don't know where it's at. But yeah, so I did take a class, but that's not my I did take a class, but I really gained a lot of my knowledge and my experience with reading through my experiences with life and my hands-on experiences is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you learn more outside of a fucking building than you do inside of the building. You don't need to go to school to, trust your intuition. You just need to learn how to listen to yourself. The answers, all the answers that we look for. I told my sister this the other day. Everything is inside of you already. If I haven't learned anything from my spiritual path and my spiritual journey, that is the one thing I've learned. Everything that you need is already inside of you. But we've been conditioned to seek it on the outside and look outside for it, to seek validation from other people for what we already know about ourselves. My sister told me too recently, you know yourself better than anyone else does. I was like, whew, wow, well, look at you healing me. Look at you taking on the role of sister. I'm so used to that. I'm used to me being the sister and the the preacher and the healer and oh look at you taking the reins. God, all right, that humbled me real quick. That humbled. That's another thing. It be the people that you would least expect. It be the people that you would least expect, especially like younger people, like children, and like just people that are more pure. And I don't want necessarily pure at heart, but just the people that are just more connected and rooted. I'll say that. And fuck it, yeah, the people that are more pure in heart, or just I don't even want to say that though. It just be the people. It be certain people that be the ones that you wouldn't expect for them to teach you something. That be the ones that would teach you something. But see, you just gotta be open to listening. A lot of people don't want to listen because they think, oh, I'm the big sister, so I know better. I used to be like that. I used to be like that. Even now, sometimes still. I think I probably still am like that. But I used to be like that where I used to be like, I done been there, done that. Like I'm the older sister. Like I know better than you. But that ain't true because my sister is very wise. She's wise beyond her years. She probably knows shit that I don't fucking know. She picks up on shit that I don't fucking pick up on. She has different skills and different gifts than I do. Like so just as much as she needs me, I be needing her. Like wow. But if I don't humble myself and be open to listening, then I'm not going to be able to receive what it is that she has to offer to me. And I just kind of went off on a tangent, but anyway, you know yourself better than anybody else knows you. So start looking for the answers within yourself, and then you'll find the answers will come to you outside of yourself. That's the secret to manifesting and living your best life. Because really, what it's really about is really about you living your best life. It's really not even about you manifesting. We get so caught up and strung up and hooked on manifesting. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. That's not what it's about. It's about knowing yourself, learning yourself, knowing yourself, and then being confident enough in yourself and loving yourself enough so that you can go out into the world and love the world, know the world, and show the world, hey, like, I'm just a reflection of you. So what you gonna do? Basically, because we all reflections of each other. So while you sitting there judging this person and judging that person, you forget you made in the image, y'all made in the same image. Oh, this getting too deep for you. Okay, if it's getting too deep, then log out. Come back later. We can reconvene at a later time when you're ready for this type of conversation. But we all was made in the same image. We all bleed the same. We got the same we got the same brain functions and mechanisms and design. Same cardiovascular system. You know, we breathe in and out the same, like inhale, exhale the fucking same. Wow. As human beings, if you were fucking fish, then you breathe differently. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying? But even in that, it's still some similarities. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm flowing? You get where I'm going? Yeah, just keep swimming. Okay. Like, same hair follicles, hair grow the same. It look different when it come out, but it grow the same, then yeah, like, so while you judging somebody else's path and joking somebody else for their path and they truth, and their experiences and shit like that, you ain't no different. Your shit might not look like my shit or her shit, but we all got shit. Yeah, we all shit the same too. We all got shit. You can't sit in front of my face and say that your life is absolutely fucking perfect. It's not. That's another thing that I've had to learn over the course of my life. I am not perfect at all. And if I ever came off like that to anybody, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I am in no way perfect. I ain't never really tried to be perfect. I mean, maybe I have tried to be a perfectionist, but it's not in the way that people think, because I feel like people think that, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody else because she's so perfect. She got her life together. She's doing this, she's doing that. She can never do no wrong. Like, yeah, maybe I've come off like that, but that was never my intention. Like, just because I fucking, yo, for real. For example, this is what I'm talking about. For example, like, people used to do little microaggressive shit that would tell me that, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody. Like, something simple as this. The way I articulate my words. Like, why are you assuming just because I articulate myself in a way that is effective and clear and concise and consistent, why are you assuming that I think that I'm bougie? Like, you're assuming that I'm bougie. You're giving me the stereotype of being fucking bougie just because I speak my English very clearly. Like, what? Because I talk like I got some fucking sense. No offense. So now I'm bougie? Like, bitch, really? Then when I start cussing and shit, and I start, being aggressive and, not using the correct grammar, oh, she's ghetto. She's acting too ghetto, too aggressive, too angry. Like, bitch, pick a fucking struggle. Pick a side. What you want me to? Oh, she's not black enough. She's not black enough because she talk white. Da-da-da-da. You're an Oreo. You talk white. Da-da-da-da. A bitch. And you fuck like you white. But I'm not complaining, bitch. Like, the fuck? Please, hop off my dick. Wow. Like, you fuck like you fucking white. Vanilla as shit. God damn. Like, stop hating. And you know who it be? It be my own motherfucking people. It be the blacks. Why did I say the blacks like that? Because that's how we say the whites. The blacks. I don't fucking know. Please don't get mad at me. But it be us. Yeah, us. It be us. It don't be them. It be us. It be my own kind that be perpetuating the stereotypes. But then you get mad when we get stereotyped. Like, but you keep feeding into it. You feed into the stereotype. Not by being the stereotype, but by judging. Like, let her be whoever the fuck she want to fucking be, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Like, anyway, what was I talking about? I just went off on a tangent. I went off on a tangent. Like geometry. Let's see. I used to hate geometry. My teacher was racist too. Then she had the nerve to come over my mother's house, and my mom did not like her ass. And I did not know why. And I never used to listen to my mom or believe her, but now I see why. That bitch was racist. That's why. A lot of my teachers growing up in high school was racist. But anyway. Oh shit. I'm still recording on the podcast. But let's see. I forgot. I just completely went off on a complete tangent, yo. What the fuck was I talking about? I honestly just forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. I feel like I was just channeling. That's what I feel like. So, okay, so channeling is basically receiving a message from spirit or from your ancestors, or from your higher self. So, like, what I learned in my spirit, and I just got chills. I just felt like this energy go through me. So, what I've learned in my spiritual path, as far as like mediumship and channeling and stuff like that, like channeling and mediumship, contrary to what most believe, is not just about talking to like the dead. So that's not the only thing that mediumship and channeling encompasses. Channeling and mediumship is any kind of basic like connection to like a higher power or a higher source or the supernatural period. That's what mediumship is. So like you can connect with spirits that have passed on. You could connect to your loved ones. You can connect to your ancestors. You can connect to other people's loved ones. You can connect to their ancestors. You can connect to fucking celebrities that they passed on. Like you don't have to be related to them or have no connection to them. You can connect to other entities in the other realm. Basically, that's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is having a direct connection to God or spirit or higher powers like God, Jesus, Buddha, like all of the the ascended masters. There's another connection to spirit or spirits that you can have. Then you can connect with your higher self because we all have a god and goddess. That goddess, we all have a god and a goddess, masculine and feminine energy that live within us. So that's it's like a in Christianity, you would think of it as the Holy Spirit. That's what it is. That's what that's what it is in Christianity, the Holy Spirit. Well, in metaphysics, the Holy Spirit is your higher self, pretty much. Okay. Um, some people would say you connecting with your third eye because your third eye is connected to your spirituality and shit like that. You could say is you if you're not somebody that's spiritual, you could say that you're connecting with your conscious mind, your consciousness, your higher consciousness. The higher frequency of your mind or something like that. To each his own, because some people don't believe in God. So if you just believe in your fucking self, that you believe that you the fucking God, then that's what you believe. Kudos to you. Okay, I don't blame you, because a lot of us, we do we have a God within us. I believe in a higher power, and I believe in the God and Goddess within me as well. So that's what I believe in. But yeah, so what was I saying? So no, I was saying so like when I be talking sometimes it don't be me talking. It be somebody. It be like I don't want to say it be somebody else talking because it sounds crazy. That's another thing. Disclaimer: if you're one that's skeptical, then this ain't the channel for you. You can still listen, but if you think I'm crazy, go right ahead. Think I'm fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck. I'm way past that stage of my ascension too, in my spiritual journey. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it do get to me when I feel like people think that I'm crazy or something like that. But I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't have time. I don't know the day nor the hour. I don't know the day nor the hour. The world getting crazy. Like there's other people that need to learn how to wake up and other people that I'm here to help. So I don't got time to be sitting here wasting my time worrying about the people that don't believe in me or the people that don't care about what it is that I'm here to do. I don't give a fuck. Because when it's all said and done, when I've served my purpose and it's time for me to transition on into glory, I job well done. That's all I care about. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about your perception about me. I could care less because it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna fucking matter. As long as I came on earth and I served my purpose and I did what I was supposed to do and I left my legacy, that's all the fuck that fucking matters. Your opinion of me doesn't fucking matter. I'm not gonna be carrying that to me when I die. I'm not gonna be carrying that with me when I transition. I promise you, I'm not. I'm not carrying that on with me. No, I'm not. Like if you, whenever I go on to see the Lord and you channel my energy, I'm gonna be having a good time. Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, I leave you in peace, and peace be unto you. Ain't no unresolved issues here, cause once it's done. I'm over it. Right, like I'm going up to the upper room. Like I'm going to see the Lord and my family members. Like I ain't worrying about you. So, but and not to speak that into existence. I'm just talking. But yeah, like Stop worrying about what other people think about you. Come to this earth, live your life, serve your purpose, and keep it moving. They don't want to hop aboard, then it's not for them. They not supposed to be going with you then. Simple as that. They're not part of your purpose. They're not a part of your you not in alignment. They're not in alignment with you. Simple as that. Don't take it personal. Keep it moving. Cause you're gonna meet somebody else that is. Keep it moving. Here you go. Being nosy, signifying. See? He was in his room all day, and as soon as I fucking started talking, he wouldn't come out his fucking room. Like, he do that every fucking time. But anyway, yeah, live your life. Live in your purpose. Walk in your purpose. I forgot what I was about to say. I don't know if the podcast got all the audio, but hopefully it did. I'm loud enough. Shit, so. I forgot. What was I talking about initially, y'all? I was talking about how stupid I think people act. Like, everybody should be elevating their consciousness. This is the time for you to be elevating in your mind, elevating in your spirit, and elevating in your body, in your physical realm, and in your physical life. And the people around you should be, I'm not saying they should be perfect, because ain't nobody perfect, but you should be surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded. People that are on the same frequency as you. People that you can touch and agree with. You remember how in church they used to say touch and agree? You need people around you that you can touch and agree with. You need people around you that will edify you, meaning people that will build you up, not tear you down. You don't need another tower moment. For all my tarot readers that understand what I'm saying, or people that know about the tarot. You don't need another tower moment. You've had enough tower moments. You need to walk into your magician energy. You need to be walking into your strength energy. You need to be walking into your Ten of Pentacles energy, your Ten of Cups energy, your Ace of Cups energy. Because you've mastered your emotions. I feel like you are at the stage of your life where you've mastered your emotions. And if you haven't, you're still learning. But you're coming to your conclusion when it comes to your emotions and your emotional intelligence. You might watch this video. You might be somebody that's very highly emotionally intelligent. You might be a highly sensitive person. You might be an empath. There's a difference between an empath and a highly sensitive person. I'll talk about that another time. You might be both. You might be a highly sensitive person and an empath. Some of you guys might just be clairvoyant. You might not be an empath or a highly sensitive person. You just know shit. You just know shit without having to read about it, or without having to, like, for example, you could meet somebody and within 5 seconds you could read them back and forth type of shit. Like, you can know, not knowing all their business, but you could pick up on, you just know. So you might just be clairvoyant. Some of you guys are just very good at detecting lies. Some of you guys are good at finding shit or helping people find shit, or you might be good at directing people to shit. Everybody has different spiritual gifts. Somebody who might watch this video, you might be very good at finding things. I don't know why, but I'm seeing something that might be lost. You might be good at finding things, or you might need to find that thing for that person, or you might have lost something recently. Or this could be symbolic. This could be symbolic to you losing a loved one or something like that, or you grieving, losing somebody that you loved, or that somebody that you love, but there's some type of loss that I'm feeling. This could be you just could be you losing your mind. For real. I was talking about, I feel like people losing their, essentially that's what I was saying. I feel like people are becoming stupid. I feel like people losing their mind, or losing their marbles, as my mom would say. Rest in peace. People really losing their marbles, so you might be losing your marbles a little bit. I'm gonna need for you to get it back, honey buns. Okay? Oh, my eyes are pretty. I'm gonna need for you to be, oh, my eyes are so pretty, look. I'm gonna need for you to bring them back. Bring the marbles back. Okay? Put them back together. Okay. But yeah, take time to meditate and figure out what your spiritual gifts are. Okay? Because that will take you to the next phase of your life. That will help you transition into the next phase of your life. What are your spiritual gifts? And a lot of times, your spiritual gifts are also tied into your career path, too. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. A lot of times I feel like we separate our career or we separate our business from our spirituality or our religion or what it is that we believe in, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like some of the most powerful people that have ever walked this planet, especially like influencers and leaders and stuff like that, they've integrated their spirituality, their religion, and their philosophy, whatever their philosophy is, they've integrated that into their business or into their career, whatever career they chose to do. So don't be afraid to think outside of the box. Like, you don't have to be a robot in your career. I told my friend that, well, my acquaintance, I told him that the other day, like, you don't have to be a robot. Like, I know that you're trying to accomplish all these goals and you got your career and you got your job that you're trying to maintain and stuff like that, but you're becoming a robot. That's what I told him. And I was like, I don't like this version of you. I don't like you like this because this is not you. Like, I'm like, where did my friend go? Like, where did you go? I was like, I want the man that I met when I first met you because I don't know who the fuck this is right now. And he not the first person I've said that to. He's the second person. And the third motherfucker, I ain't said this shit to him yet, but he probably would be next. But yeah, like, people are becoming stoic because you're dedicating your lives to these companies that don't give a fuck about you. And they're robbing you of your joy, they're robbing you of your inspiration and your motivation, and then you're sitting here and you're wondering why you're fucking losing your fucking mind and going fucking crazy because you're giving all of your mind and your spirit and your time to somebody else. So by the time you clock out, you have nothing left for yourself. By the time you clock out, you have nothing left for yourself. I keep stepping away from the microphone for the podcast, so I don't know if you can still hear me, but hopefully you can. But let me stop it right here. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. But yeah, by the time you clock out, you don't have no time for yourself. Even in relationships, you keep pouring and pouring and pouring and giving and giving and giving with no return on what it is that you've been given. Then you wondering why you sad and depressed. Probably because they sad and depressed. Sometimes your shit ain't your shit, it's they shit that you decided to take on because you feel like you obligated to take on because that's your mother, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your. Well, I've been with her for so long, like, you feel obligated. You're not obligated. Even if that is your girlfriend, you're not obligated to take on her mental distress. You're not obligated for that. I'm not saying don't empathize with her, but you're not obligated to take on all that shit. Set better boundaries. Set better boundaries. I'll be back. Yeah. I was trying to go to the bathroom, but he didn't. Yeah. But yeah, set better boundaries. Set better boundaries. Either set better boundaries or move the fuck on and get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of that relationship, that job, that whatever you got, circumstance, whatever you got going on. Get out. Get the fuck out. Leave. Because it's not worth your mental health. It's not worth your mental health. It's not worth your time. It's not progressing you forward. It's not feeding your mind and your spirit. It's not doing nothing for you. You're not benefiting from it. You're really not benefiting from it. Yes, you making the money, you getting the check, but are you fucking happy? No, you're not. You're fucking miserable. You're fucking miserable. You fucking get up every fucking day and you have nothing to look forward to because there's nothing at that fucking job that you really want to fucking do. You're just going through the fucking motions. So you can say, woohoo, I did it. You're putting on a great fucking performance for other people. Oh yeah, you're passionate about being a people pleaser. passionate about pleasing other people, doing what other people are telling you to do. That's what you're passionate about. You're not passionate about your dreams. You're not passionate about your goals. You're not passionate because if you were passionate about it, you would be passionate about it and you would do it. And you wouldn't waste another minute of your fucking life dedicating your life to somebody else's vision and somebody else's dream. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm just saying and putting things into perspective. If you're going to live your life, not somebody else's life. And don't let somebody else tell you how to live your life because they didn't get the chance to live their dream. Don't have nobody else living through you. Because some people be living their lives through you. Through their kids. They okay, cool. Thank you. Through their kids, through their partner, That's why a lot of motherfuckers be controlling in relationships and abusive because they didn't get the chance to fucking live their life and do what they wanted to do with their life. So now they're like, oh fuck, well it's too late for me to do what I wanted to do. Well, let me put all this pressure on my son to be better than what I was supposed to be. That's not your son's job. That's not his job to be better than what you were. And you still have time to be better. It ain't never too late. No, you just don't want to take accountability for your actions, one. For your life, one. And two, you just want to have somebody to blame shit on. Your son is not to blame. He didn't do it. He's not the reason why you didn't get to go to your prom. He's not the reason why you ended up with 5 kids, 4 kids. He's not the reason why. You are. You made that decision. You made the decision to bring him into the world. He didn't. He didn't ask to be here. Let him live his life. And stop telling him what to do and stop fucking controlling him. Same for the sisters. Same for the daughters. Stop telling your daughter or that woman what the fuck to do with her fucking life. It's her life. Same thing for the men with the girlfriends and shit. Stop fucking trying to control her. You're gonna lose her. If she's any woman like me, or a woman with some fucking sense, you're not gonna keep her very long. Trust me. You're not gonna have her for very long. You ain't gonna have her for very long. Let her be herself. I'm not saying let her do anything she wanna fucking do. But come with a place of good intentions so that you can get good out of the relationship. Some people get into these relationships and they don't have good intentions. And then you sit there and wonder why the relationship failed because you didn't have good intentions. I used to get into relationships just because I was lonely. All of my relationships failed. Now I'm lonely. You get what I'm saying? Like, didn't have good intentions. Didn't get into it for the right reasons. Shit that's not meant for you doesn't last. It don't matter how much you force it. If it's not in alignment with your higher self and what you really desire in life, it's not gonna last. It's all about intention. And if that's why it's so important to know yourself, because when you don't know yourself, you'll just settle for anything. When you don't stand up for something, you'll believe any fucking thing anybody fucking tell you, number one. Because men love to fucking sweet talk women. Women too. Women love to sweet talk men. But men will sweet talk a woman into doing some shit. And the next thing you know, her life will be in chaos and she'll be sitting there wondering why. Well, look to the left of you. That's why. That's why your life is fucking chaotic. Because he didn't have good intentions. But you were oblivious and didn't see the signs. Or you didn't understand the signs because you didn't understand yourself. Sometimes the biggest red flag is the motherfucker in the mirror. That's the red flag right there. Hold on. Yeah, the biggest red flag is you, motherfucker. You the red flag. I'm not saying it's your fault. What happened wasn't your fault. You not loving yourself. That ain't your fault either, but because we wasn't taught how to teach ourselves how to love ourselves. We wasn't taught that. We ain't learn that in school. We ain't learn that at home either. To be honest with you, we was the well for some of us. For me, I can only speak for me. We were to be seen and not fucking heard. I'm paying the bills. Oh, excuse me. I'm tapping into some trauma here. Hold on a minute. I might start crying. Okay, deep breath. We were to be seen and not to be heard. Some of us. Self love. Like we were trying to survive. You know? And then that's for some households, that's all we knew is how to survive. You had to learn how to survive, and then you had to sit there and watch your mother and your parents learn how to survive. So we ain't have room for self love, mental health. What? Like taking space. What? You know? Yeah, no, we ain't had no. There was no space. You still had to get up and fucking go to school. You still had to get up and still fucking go to work. Then you had to get up and fucking clean the dishes and clean the house and do all this other shit. And if your mama asked you to do something for her, you had to fucking do it. And then if you didn't do it, oh God. Yeah, there was no space for us to learn how to love ourselves. So that's not your fault. But you continue to keep choosing other people before you choose yourself. I don't want to say that is your fault too, but it is your fault, I guess. I don't know no other way to put what I'm trying to say. I'll put it this way. If you can, it's not your fault that you ain't know how to love yourself, or you've never learned how to love yourself, and that you're still learning how to love yourself, and it's not your fault that you're not perfect. That's not your fault. You're not supposed to be perfect. We're human beings for crying out loud. Like, look at the world. Like, ain't shit perfect about us. But if you continue to choose somebody else over yourself every fucking time, now listen up. I ain't saying don't choose them. I'm not saying don't be in a relationship. I'm not saying to quit your job. I'm not saying, not to have friends. I'm not fucking saying that at all, because you need all of these things to survive as well. We'll talk about that at another time. Because all of those things are important to your development and growth, spiritually and mentally too. And some of us go through what we go through because we don't have that good support system from these areas in our life. So that's why we in the situation we in to begin with anyway. Sometimes the problem is what started the fucking problem. That's the original problem. The very thing that you be having a problem with is the thing that you have always had a problem with, really. That ain't your fault. That's just something that you have to heal in your life, or figure out how to get out of that cycle of. Sometimes the cycles, ain't nobody else gonna sit here and tell you this, because I feel like sometimes spirituality can be a little bypassing and a little manipulative and a little gaslighting. And maybe not even a little, a lot. But they're going to teach you that you experience the things that you experience because it's your fault. And to a degree, it is. It is your fault. It is your fault, You have to take accountability of your actions where accountability is due. But every fucking thing that you fucking go through is your fault. It's not your fault. People are shitty. People are fucking shitty. I'm gonna be real with you. People are shitty. Like 99.9% of this world is like full of shitty people. I feel like. And maybe just me talking from out of my trauma. But shit ain't what it seemed like. It's not what you think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. You can take that however you want to take it. So, is sis really the problem? Is bro really the problem? Or are people just really shitty for real? Like, you gotta ask yourself. Like, why is it that we always pin the tail on the donkey and we don't ever look around the room? Like, we ain't reading the room. Or the people that's in the room. Like, hello? Like, people don't become the way they become for no fucking reason. I don't believe. There's always a story. There's always a backstory, a context behind shit. The first thing that comes to mind with me is, have y'all seen the Joker movie? The movie with Joaquin Phoenix? Have y'all seen that movie? That movie puts things into perspective for you, right? Before watching that movie, you would think ill of the Joker. I mean, I never thought ill of him to begin with. I always thought he was fucking cool. I liked the Joker, actually. But watching that movie, I was like, that was a psychological thriller. I believe they did not make that movie for the reasons that you think they made that movie. I think that they just used the Batman franchise for marketing for their underlying message that they had in that movie. Because when I watched that movie, it gave me the impression that it was a psychological thriller and it was trying to teach motherfuckers something. That's what I took from the movie. And I sympathized with him. I felt bad for him. I felt bad for the Joker. I felt bad for him because it was just ridiculous. The bullying was fucking ridiculous. It got out of hand to the point where he couldn't fucking take it no more. And I'm not saying I condone his actions thereafter, but we all got a dark side. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't condoning his actions, but we do have a dark side. We all have. That's another thing I've learned when it comes to spirituality. Everyone has a light to them, and everyone has a shadow side. It's just that some people choose to lean towards more of the shadow side, and some people choose to lean more towards the light side. That's where you have the whole archetypes of the superheroes. You have the people that fight for justice, you know, and then you have the villains, so that's kind of how it is in real life, like, and then you have people that are kind of like in the middle, or neutral, or whatever, so on and so forth. you know that's how it is in real life. But that particular movie was like showing me like what happens when the dark side goes uncontrolled. you know that's what that was to me. It was showing me what happens when trauma goes, just completely released and unadulterated, like trauma at its rawest form. Like that's what that movie showed me, and I felt so bad for him. Like I really did. It was sad. That movie was sad. And I feel like that's the condition of the world today. Like that's the collective condition of the world. I feel like people losing their minds. I was joking about it earlier, but I feel like people are really losing their mind. That's why I try to stay grounded. I try to stay grounded. I try to, like, I just try to stay grounded because I feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to become that version of myself. I don't. I would rather choose to be the light version of myself. You know, and not just because that's who I'm known for being. Because a lot of people know me as being very kind, very sweet, blah blah blah, funny, good energy. Like not just because I'm known for being like that. Because I've noticed that I've I've always tried to uphold my image because that's what people are used to. So it's like I'm a good person, and people know me as being sweet and being a good person. But it's like sometimes a good person has bad days. Like I have bad days. And it's like when I'm having bad days or I'm having a bad moment, like people judge me, and I'm like, and I've been dealing with that my whole fucking life. That's why I ain't got no friends. I ain't got no friends. I ain't got family for real. I don't fuck with these jobs. I don't fuck with a lot of people because of that. Cause it's like you acting like I'm supposed to be perfect. Like I'm like just because that's what you see, and just because that's what you like about me, or that's what you think that that's what you should expect from me all the time. Like that's all right. Like that's not real. That's not realistic. Everybody has bad days. Even the most brightest student, the most happiest person, like the most chillest person, we be having the roughest days. Like not too much on me now. Not too much. Doing too much. Like so I've come to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm not performing for anybody. I don't want to please you or make you feel satisfied. I'm perfectly okay and me being imperfect because this is the way that God made me. God made me to be a multi-dimensional individual. You know, like with multi-dimensional emotions and experiences. And if you don't agree with the negative experiences that I've been through, then so be it. Go cry me a river. Like, this is real life. This is reality. I go through bad things too. I've been through bad shit. You know, I've seen bad shit. Okay, that comes with life, comes with the territory. Somebody told me to whom much is required, much is given. So I much must be required of me because I've been through a lot, and I'm not tooting that up as some badge of honor because I am not proud of that shit at all. I am not proud of my trauma at fucking all. Like, I wish I didn't fucking go through it or experience it. I really fucking wish I didn't. I could have done without it. You know? A lot of us could have done without the fucking trauma. You know? Like, I could be in Beverly Hills some fucking where. Hollywood, Broadway. You know? I'm on YouTube talking to you. No offense. Like, you know, I could be traveling around the world in a fucking RV with my kids and my dogs, like, and my husband, you know, or my wife, or my sister wife, whatever the fuck. You know, like, really. And I'm on YouTube in Baltimore, Maryland. Like, oh my God. Over West. Like, what the fuck? This ain't the life I want to live. Like, what the fuck? Really? Come on now. Do I give Baltimore to you? No, I don't. No. No, that's not what India give. She don't give that. I know I don't. Like, so anyway, I just went off on a tangent. I forgot what I was talking about. Basically, stop settling for less. That's what I'm saying. Surround yourself with people that will elevate you and elevate your damn self, too, is what I'm saying. And stop holding back on your dreams and your goals and your ambitions. Because time is precious, honey. Okay? All right? I was so tired last night. I did not eat. I got off of work and went right to sleep. I gotta buy me some more CBD oil. This bottle I just bought, that bottle I took, did I take it on here or I took it? No, I took it on Instagram. I made a video on Instagram of me taking the CBD oil. That's what the shit. That's what the fuck I should do. I should try to become an ambassador for the company. Wait, hold on. That's what I should do. Cause I love me. I love the CBD oil. I'm always taking it. I should review products. I love buying shit and reviewing products and stuff. That's what I should get paid to do. See, look, this motherfucker gone. Look, I got it. I got this from just CBD. Where the container? Hold on, the container at? I don't know if I showed y'all. Oh shit! I don't know if I showed y'all what I got. Okay, so I got. You can't see because my lighting is terrible. All right, so I got this. It's 250 milligrams of CBD. So it's like, let's see. It's 8 milligrams per drop. Per dropper. This is what it looked like. This is what the dropper looked like. I'm about to take a drop. I didn't take this about. This is probably my 4th drop today. I ain't even gonna hold you. This motherfucker almost gone. That wasn't a full drop. That was like a half a drop. You don't know, babe. My brain is so interesting because I'll be sitting here thinking about one thing and then I'll just start thinking about something else and like it's like I'm thinking about all these different things at the same time. It's fucking weird. You could call it ADHD, probably. I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but I think sometimes I'll be thinking I have undiagnosed ADHD. But then, honestly, I be thinking that some of like the mental disorders and shit, I don't be thinking they disorders, which that kind of contradicts, me being a psychology major, right? But I got my own personal theories about shit. I ain't gonna get into it. I'm also a conspiracy theorist, low key. So like I believe in psychology and I also believe in religion and spirituality too, but I'm low key a skeptic. I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that side of me. But I'll say this. I believe that some shit people make up. I feel like I'm not saying that there's no truth to any of it. Like there's no truth to religion or there's no truth to spirituality or there's no truth to psychology at all, but I feel like some of it is man-made. So I don't feel like some of the I feel like some of the shit is fabricated, you know, to assuage people's agendas for real. Cuz there's always an agenda to shit, you know. There's always some type of underlying agenda. So I always be skeptical about, certain shit, but um what how did I get on this topic? Oh, I was talking about how I don't think some people, like even people that are like autistic, like yeah, I know autism is real, I know ADHD is real, but I have my theories about it, you know, because some of the physical issues that we have as humans is spiritual. There's some spiritual underlinings to it too. And some people they pin more of the issue onto the physical part of it than they do the spiritual, and vice versa. Some people believe that it's more spiritual than it is physical, and some people believe that it's more physical than it is spiritual. I like to be in the middle. Like I'll sway back and forth between the two extremes, but recently I've been trying to integrate and trying to understand, both sides and come to like a middle ground, on my beliefs, you know. So, but anyway, and I think what it is. I just thought about this. I think what it might be too is that when I was younger, I was so constrained. I was so like, this is what you're supposed to do, and that's it. Anything outside of this, I don't want you doing. So now, as an adult, my brain is like, woohoo, we're free. My brain, I need to go to therapy and talk to my therapist about this shit and see what she said about it. But now my brain is like, woohoo, yeah, we're free. We're fucking free.